I support the museum, will tell that story, and that it could be a good feel, although it's an ugly time in our history, when someone walks through that museum and they come out on the other side. What is the message that they're getting from this Civil War museum?
I agree with you 100%. Would you like to comment on that? Dr. Anderson has been crucial in the development at this point.
You know, I was one of those individuals who really had to be assured of what you just said from the beginning. I said, okay, I'm going to go to some meetings, I'm going to listen to this spiel, but at the end of the day, not intellectually, but affectively, I have to feel that every group is going to be represented. That their perspective, not from our perspective, from every group's perspective, okay? And as Mary Lynn said, that, you know, that meant slaves, that meant free men, that meant abolitionists, that meant whites who weren't abolitionists, but who supported the end of slavery, or who supported many of the things that we want represented here. I had to feel that, because any point in time, I can walk away from this. And so they know that to keep me at the table, I have to feel reassured that those very perspectives are going to be embedded deeply in the core of what we're talking about. This is not a museum. I heard you say museum. It's a learning center. It's a learning center. And as a learning center, its value for middle school through college will be there. Students will be able to be docents and guides through this center. When I talk to people about donating to the center, and mind you all, I'm running a capital campaign now, so this 65 million is competing with my 25 million. But when I talk to people, I try to fuse the two, and I say to them, you know, you can donate to the center, or you can donate to FSU and give a scholarship, okay, or give research money to the history department, and in turn, we'll see that that gets back to the center. So I'm trying to think of creative ways to make people feel that they're supporting Fayetteville State and at the same time supporting the center. But let me just say one thing here as an outsider. I'm not from Fayetteville, I'm from Washington, D.C. And I'll take one of the universities I worked at, Texas A&M. When people talk about College Station, Texas, they only talk about two things, Texas A&M and the Bush Library. And they come from everywhere to go to the Bush Library. And I was at Texas A&M 4 years, and I went and I talked to the people who developed the idea and put the money up, etc., for that library, for Bush 41. And you should see it every day. It's packed. And there's nothing else in College Station, Texas, let me tell you, other than Texas A&M and the Bush Library on that campus. I'm not sure people in Fayetteville know what it means to be a destination city. Okay, anybody here been to Branson, Missouri? Okay, every time I think about and read about Branson, Missouri, I said, how the hell did Branson, Missouri become a destination? It became a destination because people decided we're going to put something here that everyone wants. We're going to have high-end entertainment in Branson, and we're going to make it a destination. Look, we can choose to do this or not, but if we don't do this, venture capitalists are not going to invest in Fayetteville. Don't fool yourself. We have to have something high-end, and we have to have something that attracts people from, as you said, Larry, not only around the country, around the world, okay? And we sell it that way, okay? I feel confident, to answer your question more specifically, I feel confident that the return on investment educationally, the return on investment in terms of the legacy of this city, in terms of being a destination, that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Fayetteville. The fact that we have the Airport Museum here, the fact that we have the Botanical Gardens, the fact that Deborah's working her heart out to elevate the arts here, okay? Another way to look at it, Asheville's a destination city for the arts. They made a decision they were going to be that. Are we going to make a decision in Fayetteville that we're going to be a destination city and benefit economically, educationally, and all the other ways we want to? When I, like you said, when you die, when I die, I want to leave a legacy. My legacy is going to be Fayetteville State and this center. And I've made my mind up. That's what it's going to be.
think I'm saying anything after that, you're crazy. I want to tell you one story though, and I've used this before, so I apologize if you heard it. But I want to talk about the fact that Fayetteville's a very unique community, and those, you all live here for a reason. You believe in Fayetteville for a reason. Still on. I'll tell you, my favorite story about believing starts off with Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Everybody knows Jesse Owens' story. He beat all odds, did unbelievable things. Nobody ever thought he would. He won 4 gold medals. 100 meter and a 200 meter were 2 of them. When Jesse Owens, who was from Cleveland, Ohio, went home to his ticker tape parade, a young child came up to him and he said, "I want to be just like you, sir. What do I need to do?" Jesse Owens said to him, "If you think you can, you can." That young man was Harrison Dillard. Harrison Dillard won the 52 Olympics, broke Jesse Owens' record. He went in with a 100 meter and also won a gold in the 110 meter hurdles. He came back to the States, also in a parade. Little fella came up to him. "I need advice, sir. How can I be just like you?" He said, "If you think you can, you can." That young man was a gentleman named Lee Calhoun from Gary, Indiana. Lee Calhoun broke Harrison Dillard's record. Won a gold in the 110 meter hurdles. He came back. You know, where's this going? He came back. He was in a parade. Might not have been a parade, but he met a young man who said, "I want to be just like you, Mr. Calhoun. What do I need to do?" And he said, "If you think you can, you can." His name was Hayes Jones. Hayes Jones, in the 1964 Olympics, also won a gold medal in Tokyo for the 110 meters. Every one of these people were inspired by something. I want to know what we're going to inspire this community with. I believe in Fayetteville. I live here for a reason, because I like Fayetteville. I raised my kids here for a reason, because I love Fayetteville. I would love to tell you that my kids are dying to come back here tomorrow. Probably not going to happen anytime soon, but when I have a place like this to look at, we have something we can talk about. I believe in Fayetteville. If we think we can do this, we can do this. The plan's in place. The private sector has stepped up. We're going to continue to call on them. We need your help. We need city, county government to make a commitment, and the journey just continues. But we need your help. I'd like to answer any questions city council or county commissioners have at this point.